7 musicians on the bill, but there's actually 10 performing. They're all based in Chicago, except one group is from Milwaukee, and they all came together peculiarly through the internet in a group of actually 156 musicians who in the past 15 weeks have created 715 tracks based on weekly assignments. So I'll now unpack that unruly statement. On the first Thursday of the year, I created this little group on SoundCloud inspired by various things. Partly inspired by Benjamin Franklin, because he created these societies in the early 1700s where people would get together and have philosophical discussions. So that's where the name Junto comes from. And then also inspired by the Oulipo literary movement, where restrained creativity flowers. And that was very much a big part of it. But it also came out of something, for myself, I've written about music for a very long time. And one thing that happened about 6 years ago was I started, rather than just interviewing musicians or writing about them, but collaborating with them by giving them assignments. And for a long time they were very dictatorial, and then friendly dictatorial, but dictatorial nonetheless. And then they became a little looser at the end of last year, and the looseness really blossomed. We did this project called Instagrambient, where I got 25 different musicians to give each other their Instagram photos and then create tracks, and that had 25,000 listens on SoundCloud. It was absurd. I thought it was going to have 25 listeners, the 25 participants, but we were a little bigger than that. And then, so the first week of the year, I decided that I would just try something and launch this group on SoundCloud and give people an assignment and then see what came. And we had 58 tracks in 4 days by 58 different musicians. And what's happened since then is each Thursday, in fact, I've got to send one out tonight when I get back to my hotel in Evanston. I posted an assignment. Sometimes they're remixing a provided audio track. Sometimes they're purely theoretical. Last week's was an assignment where you were given numbers which represented colors. You made 3 tracks, and you mix them to, in sound, represent the way colors interact. They're very different, and they build on each other. And people know they can show up for the party if they want to, and because it's there every Thursday night, and they don't have to if they don't want to. So tonight, everyone's going to be performing 2 pieces. The first is based on the 3rd ever Junto project, which involves the glass harmonica or glass harp. We're doing that as a tribute to Benjamin Franklin because among his 15,000 inventions was a refined glass harmonica, which apparently, because there was lead in the glass, led to people potentially getting lead poisoning, including maybe Marie Antoinette. So these glasses, I can't vouch for myself, but I think everyone's safe. So that's why there's that piece. And it's the 3rd Junto assignment. And it was a very important assignment for the project because the first 2 were sample-based, and there's a lot of sample-based music activity online, and I wanted to make it clear that it wasn't just going to be sample-based, so doing a piece that was performance-based was essential. And then everyone else is, if they have time, also going to do a second short piece, which is just something else they're working on. And so now I've talked to everyone who's here, which I really appreciate. I just want to make a comment to everyone who's participating as a musician. If you could, when you perform, just take a moment just to describe what you're working on, that'd be great. Because it's incredible that there's an audience here, but the Junto is really about the musicians talking to each other and making music for and with each other. So in many ways, we're here to observe not the individual 7 performances, but we're here to watch the 7 performers communicate with each other over the course of the evening, if that makes sense. So again, thanks very much. We're going to have 4 performances, then take a short break, and then have the final 3. Cool, thank you.